Back to another episode number 131 of the so-called sports analysts. Guys, how are y'all doing?
Hey, I'm feeling
Living the
mighty fine on this
dream.
mighty fine day. Let me tell you that. That's for sure.
Doing pretty
Another
Yes.
pretty
another
good.
day in paradise. That's all I got to say. How's Kendra Miller feeling this morning, Brecken?
He's doing good. He's walking around. He's living his life.
Real.
just leave it at that. Nah, but all right, before we start, find us on Twitch, Discord, TikTok, Instagram, and YouTube under TSCSA or the so-called sports analysts. Whether you listen to this live or another day, we appreciate it. Make sure you share this to anybody that likes sports. But all right. So just a quick announcement. We're not going to be going over every single game. We're going to be going over certain topics, just topics that stood out throughout the NFL week 7. And we're going to start off with Josh's team right here. We're going to start off with the Kansas City Chiefs, who played the Las Vegas Raiders with the infamous return of EGE Rashid Rice, and they won 31-0 and finally get over 500 for the first time of the year. So Josh, how are you feeling right now?
Feeling like we're the best team in the NFL right now. I really don't think there's anything that can dispute it at this very moment in time. The number one scoring offense over the last 4 weeks of the season, only team to score above 28.5 every single game. And this one alone, 30 first downs to 30 plays that the Raiders played. I mean, that's just never happened. That's insane in the NFL. You had the same amount of first downs that your opposition had plays. They barely got through their first game script in this one. So it was just a complete obliteration of the Raiders. And that's not something like I'm like hyping up like too much because it is the Raiders. But to be done by the third quarter in an NFL game is absolutely insane. And I just think honestly, the defense is playing like how the defense plays. Not as good as it has been the last couple of seasons, but over the last couple of weeks, they've been a pretty big force out there. But I think this all comes down to the offense for me. I think anyone who has eyes and watches football understands who the best offense is in the entire NFL right now. And there's no doubt it's the Kansas City Chiefs because the Kansas City Chiefs have the best player in the world. And then who's the best player in the world playing like? He's playing like the best player in the world, Patrick Mahomes, for the first time in the last 3 seasons. Now he has weapons at his disposal. Everyone gets to eat. Like Rashid Rice coming back, put everybody in the positions they needed to be at. And we see guys getting involved. Me and Brecken talked about it earlier that Mahomes is getting it to Rashid Rice, but not just Rashid Rice. Xavier Worthy's creating a lot of opportunity for himself. Hollywood Brown still a big part of this offense. Tyquan Thornton had a big play across the middle. And then talk to me when you get a winning record. How about that, Marcos? That'd be great. That'd be great.
Oh, no, that's Damien. That's Damien.
Oh, Damien?
That's Damien.
I'll forget.
Yeah.
Can we just block this guy off the stream? Like, But yeah, that's why Brecken told me that you called him saying how good Rashid Rice was and glazing him in his ear yesterday. So you need to stop. And then but yeah, so the offense is clicking on all cylinders right now. And it's beautiful to see because this hasn't how it has been the last couple of seasons. It's always been the defense and Mahomes playing conservative football. But now it's the defense playing good, but Mahomes is able to do Mahomes things and really push his offense to a whole nother level that it hasn't been in the last couple of seasons. And that's just due to the weapons around him, giving him the opportunity to feed everybody around him.
just a random stray at Brecken, but Brecken, what'd you
Hey
take away
man,
from this one?
I'll take it. Yeah, no, I'm kind of in the same boat like me and Josh were talking about earlier. That like out of all the AFC teams, like the only other one that's like looking really good, funny enough, is the Colts. And I was saying that there was a lot of comparisons between the Colts and the Chiefs, with really good receivers. And Rashid Rice was like that missing puzzle piece that once you put them together, or like the cog that gets the wheel turning. You know what I'm saying? He was like the spark to the engine. I'm just using all my references right now.
How did the Texans just score?
I don't have the game on right now.
Sam Darnold just fumbled in the end zone. Texans recovered it for a touchdown.
Damn. Oh. Did you see the play where like CJ fumbled it and then the defense got it and then they fumbled it, and so it was a touchback for the dude? I was so sad. Anyways, as I was saying, Yeah, the Chiefs look super complete. I think Pacheco looks better week in, week out. I know Hunt got hurt in this game, did he not?
Yeah,
For
but
a
he went
little
back
bit.
in.
Oh, okay. He was hurt for a little bit, but Pacheco looks like these last like 2-3 weeks is kind of getting back to his old form and kind of getting some more work. Same thing with Rashard Smith in the pass game. You love seeing him kind of go off for a little bit. Man, I love Smitty. I'm going to talk about him later, but he is not better than Rashee Rice. Yeah, they look damn good. Gardner Minshew was trying to get a touchdown against his old team rivals, I guess you could call it as well. Um, but yeah, for the Raiders, man, Gino, like what's going on? He's leading the NFL in interceptions. They're leading the NFL in turnovers. And it's not like they have scrubs out there. I know Brock Bowers has been hurt the last 2 weeks, but they still have some competent guys, and Ash Genty's out there, and they spent a good amount of money on this O-line. You would expect them to be playing a little bit better, but the Raiders just aren't even competing. They're better than the worst of the worst, but they're the worst in their division, bar none. So
Yeah, and just going off of that last point right there. So obviously we knew the Kansas City Chiefs offense, it was amazing, and just Rashee Rice coming back, I know they said that it was gonna be all hands on deck whenever he got back into the offense, but I didn't expect almost 30% target share. Well, 0.4 off, so pretty much a 30% target share. And like you were saying, Josh,
Well,
it just
technically, when he was
opened up.
on the field, he had a 48% target share of
Yeah,
the
yeah.
entirety of the snaps that he played.
Yeah, so it's just crazy that maybe it was kind of a blessing in disguise that like he got suspended so he could recover back from the ACL and not rush back as
That's
much.
what I was
It
saying.
doesn't.
He planned it out that way.
That's why he was racing down the streets in Dallas, because
Yeah,
he was like,
he just
I'm gonna
wanted
get
to
injured. I
recover.
need to get in this crash and carry illegal weapons and flee the scene.
Yeah, great thinking by Rashee Rice, even though that was 2 years
Insane.
ago. But
Seems like
Insane.
something he would do.
My debate was like, how is Rashee Rice only getting suspended like 6 games? Granted, I had Rashee Rice in fantasy, so I wanted it to be 4. I didn't care that much,
Do
really.
you still have
but
him in
like,
fantasy?
no, I traded him away, but it was worth it. I got some wins. I needed the wins. I was one of those guys that was 1-4 and had Rashee Rice. I had to trade him away. And then Jordan Addison was drunk but sleeping in his car, and he got a DWI, bro.
And what was his?
Yeah,
2
but you also got to
games?
think Rashee Rice's suspension is going to be as big because he has to go do jail time for 30 days at some point within this.
No, but
5-year
Jordan
period.
Addison did like basically missed. What did Jordan Addison miss? 4 games?
He was it was 2.
3 games.
It was 2. Oh, 3 games. Yeah, it was 3 games.
But still, like he got a DWI, but like he was drinking and then just fell asleep in his car, and he got arrested for it. Like I thought it was just straight. I thought it was some bullshit. But
well, go back. Fonzo was making a point.
Plus, okay. One last thing to go off of that right there. He also tore his ACL, so he missed the remainder of last year. And I think Josh and we talked about it. It was kind of like, not that like it was fair to play into the suspension, but it kind of was a suspension within itself because he only played what 2.5 games last year.
3 games,
So,
3.5 games.
So I think they kind of weighed that into it. But okay, I know this is the Raiders' offense. But having 6 sacks last week against the Titans, and they just look a lot worse. And I just want to know where they go because they have an older head coach and Pete Carroll, and I wonder, are they going to try to rebuild? I don't think Pete Carroll, he really wants to rebuild. That was a crazy catch by Jason.
Yeah, that's why I went.
I don't think they want to really rebuild, and you can't really retool because all this division is really competitive. I know the Chargers are kind of struggling, but they're still light years ahead of the Raiders. So I just wonder where they go. And I'm kind of thinking it was a mistake of them drafting Ash and Genty. They viewed it as a luxury tool when instead they could have drafted somebody else. They could have drafted Armand Membu or another lineman. I can't think of the other lineman that fell down after Will Campbell. So maybe they could have addressed more needs, more of a foundational piece, because this was a luxury piece for them. According to Brecken, Josh Simmons or Siobhan Ravel, one of the two.
No, but
But yeah,
I
the
think
thing is
was
why
debatably best player in that draft.
who?
Josh Simmons was
Oh, he is
debatably one
by
of the
far
like
the best
top
player in the draft.
top three
Like
top
by
three in that
far. Like
draft.
there's
nah.
no debate for me there. There's no debate for me at all about that. I'm like, yeah, you're right.
I was so
No,
pissed that
but
y'all got him.
but the thing is why the Chiefs I think are where they're at because there's no real threat in the AFC. Like Brecken said earlier, it's only really the Colts, and honestly, I'm not too worried about the Indianapolis Colts. But if we
Mhm.
look at like the other teams within the division, and let's say the Buffalo Bills, no one has capitalized on the situation that the Chiefs started off with such a slow start. Like no one has really separated themselves within the division. We've seen the Chargers drop a couple of games. We've seen Denver drop a couple of games and get really lucky in this last one that they were able to come
Mhm.
back and mount a really big comeback and still be able to draw a penalty in a couple plays to get a field goal off and a couple missed extra points from a New York Giants kicker that's their like second string. So, yeah. So I'm not the divisions the Chiefs for the taking. And as we're looking at the conference, there's only one team that they really have to catch right now, and it's Indianapolis Colts. And I think we play them in 12, week 12 or 13 or
Yep.
something like that. So we'll see where we're at by then, and that could be a decider maybe for a number one seed or home field advantage, depending on how the Buffalo Bills look. Because the Buffalo Bills have not beat a team with a winning record this season. Like they have
Mhm.
not even looked good in matchups where they played teams that are
Miami.
supposed to be at their level. They've really struggled, and the Buffalo Bills for me don't look like a threat because that defense is not the same as it used to be. And plus the
Mhm.
weapons on the outside for Josh Allen, they just not have been consistent enough for them to create really big play opportunities to keep up with a team like Kansas City Chiefs at this very moment in time, or even the Indianapolis Colts for that matter, who despite having the most explosive runner in football right now, depending on who you ask, obviously, but he's playing out of his mind. But that's not just him. It's Daniel Jones playing on another level because he has receivers that just do their jobs very well, and you have a deep core within that aspect of it. So for
Mhm.
me, I think it just comes down. And like a team that we were talking about earlier, Fonzo was hyping up a lot. The Jacksonville Jaguars have completely just fallen off the face of the planet. Like they are not a good football
Mhm.
team. Like, and I didn't think they were that good. They got a couple of wins between teams that like the Carolina Panthers and the Cincinnati Bengals. That's who you want to open up your season against and make it look a lot nicer, and then escape with a couple of wins against some good teams. And your season's going to look a lot nicer. But as far as I see it, the Kansas City Chiefs are king in the AFC still, and it's going to run through Arrowhead at the end of the day.
I agree, man.
Okay, so I'll say this because I don't know exactly the Chiefs' schedule, but I know the Colts division. I'm not. It's obviously a lot weaker than the AFC West. So I'm just saying
Mhm.
that the after I'm taking out the Colts versus Chiefs game. I think the Colts are going to have to lose an additional 3 games for the Chiefs to catch the Colts. I'm not saying they're better. I'm not saying they're better, obviously, but I'm just saying to catch the
Record
first
wise.
place. And yeah, record wise. So I'm just wondering, are the Colts really going to lose that much? Because they have the Jaguars, and I think they have the Texans twice and the
I
Titans. They
do
have them
I
one
do
more
think
time.
it's going to be tough. I do think it's going to be tough. But me and Brecken were talking. I don't wish this upon him. Jonathan Taylor hasn't been healthy in 3 straight seasons. Like he has not had a healthy straight 3 seasons. I'm not saying that it's bound to happen, but I'm saying it's just history repeats itself over and over again. And
Mhm.
as far as the Chiefs schedule coming up, I mean they have the Washington Commanders next week with Marcus Mariota starting. They have the Buffalo
Mhm.
Bills. I mean, I think the Buffalo Bills aren't the same Buffalo Bills as they used to be, but obviously teams step up in rivalry games. And then after that, they get the Broncos, who I'm not worried about. They were taken apart by the New York Giants for most of that game. So, and I think
Mhm.
we saw what the Chiefs did to the Giants, even without Rasheed Rice and without a couple of these guys that they had playing. And then obviously we have the Colts and the Cowboys back to back, which should be high scoring. But the Cowboys defense, I don't know. Are they going to be able to stop anything right now? And they just
We don't need to.
this last game was the first time they were able to actually show something about the defense.
Yeah, no, but okay, well, I don't know if you have any other last points, but speaking of the Broncos, let's go ahead and talk about this crazy game right here between the Denver Broncos and the New York Giants right here. And this, I'm trying to find this stat really, really quick. I think Brecken was the one that put it, and I'll find it in a second. But the Broncos, they come back and they win 33-32. So Brecken, what a game, huh? What do you think?
Dude, what a game. As much as I hate on Bo Nix for being a check down Charlie, like he put it together, man, in the fourth quarter. They scored all their points in the fourth quarter. Fantasy wise, I went up against Bo Nix. He had 3.6
Ooh.
points with like 2 minutes left in the third quarter, proceeded to drop like 43 or something like that. So Bo Nix put on an absolute
Yep.
clinic, and it's not even like that Bo Nix was making insane throws or insane plays or something like that. It's not like he took over, right? It was like just stuff was
Mhm.
falling in their favor, and the Giants were fumbling their opportunities, and it was confusing. Um, nice, man, nice. Love that.
You see
He's
that?
he's currently
You see that,
injured.
Damien? You see that, Damien?
Currently injured. He's wearing a Burrowhead
For the
my
audio
ass.
list, yeah.
Yeah, he's wearing a Burrowhead my ass shirt right now. So, anyways,
Go ahead,
the
Brecken.
Broncos. I think I get that the Giants scored 32 points, and but it was like a slow, methodical 32 points. It's not like they just dropped 32 points in one quarter. It was like 7 points, 7 points, 3 points, 13 points, or something like that, right? And so like the defense is still insane for the Broncos. They're still playing insanely good, and they got their first interception this season. They were one of two teams. It was the Broncos and the Jets, which is so funny to say because I feel like the defenses are on almost opposite ends of the spectrum.
Mhm.
But the Broncos finally got their first interception off of Jackson Dart. It was a really bad throw, and
Mhm.
that's what solidified the game. But I mean, the Giants, it was just bad play calling, just like everything about it just completely fell apart in the fourth quarter. Like I don't know what happened. Like I thought that they were ahead to the point that they could almost throw in their backups, and they were just playing horrible and like not burning the clock. Like you have Scattaboo, who's averaging
Mhm.
what he was probably averaging like 4 yards at least a carry. Like
Mhm.
just keep feeding him. Tracy did really good. Like nothing offensively looked bad for the Giants. In their defense, they got like what 4 sacks, 5 sacks, all in the first
Yeah.
3 quarters, and then the fourth quarter, nothing. And then it was just it seemed like that for like the whole game. The Giants were just completely dominating them. It looked like the Chiefs and in Raiders game all the way up until the fourth quarter, and then Sean Payton and Bo Nix were like, "Hey, let's go score some touchdowns." Granted, they did get some lucky calls go their way and stuff, but Jackson Dart that
Mhm.
last drive, I mean, like whenever they had that touchdown drive, it was like that fourth down conversion was very close, and then it was kind of like I thought it was a BS call that roughing the passer on Dart, and
Yeah. Mhm.
but still very close fourth down conversion to turn around and just throw a bomb and get a PI to get you down on the 1 yard line. And then that's how you guys take the lead back. And then it didn't even end up mattering. The Broncos just went right down the field, and Will Lutz, Saints legend, just absolute dingers after dingers. Unlike I can't even name the Giants,
Nice.
Al Qaeda agent over there as their kicker. Um, just kicking absolute bombs, just missing left and right, looking like a damn star trooper, bro. Can't hit a target. But yeah, it was bad. It was bad. And the Broncos get a win. They're what 5-2 now, Josh?
Yeah. 5 and
Yep.
they're 5-2.
Yeah. I feel like they're the most fraudulent 5-2. Their defense is so good. Their offense, I know they just scored 33 points in one quarter of football. It was not like a competent 33 points.
So, all right, before you go, Josh, NFL teams had won 1,602 straight games when leading by 18 plus points in the final 6 minutes.
Mm-hmm.
The Giants, they led 26-8 with 6 minutes left. Obviously, Broncos they end up winning this game, but Josh, go ahead.
No, I completely agree with Brecken. I have the same sentiment when it comes to the Denver Broncos. Like if we look at their matchups over the entirety of the season, both their losses to top teams, like this is when the Chargers were healthy with a healthy offensive line and Justin Herbert, which is dissecting defenses when he was able to stand there in the pocket. That's when they lost to the Chargers week 3, and then losing to the Indianapolis Colts before we knew the Indianapolis Colts were going to be the Indianapolis Colts of this year in week 2. So they took 2 major L's from 2 good teams in the AFC at full health. And when we look at their other matchups, I mean, the Tennessee Titans, cakewalk for anybody. If you're playing the Tennessee Titans, you just know it's going to be a dub this year. It don't matter who they play. The Bengals without Joe Burrow, they beat the Bengals 28-3. I like to see them play the Bengals right now with Joe Flacco after what we saw this last week. The Philadelphia Eagles, obviously, they're not supposed to beat the Philadelphia Eagles. The Philadelphia Eagles, they just had some rough ones this year. And if we look at the New York Jets, they escaped versus the New York Jets in England 13-11. So it was one of the ugliest and most hideous games I had ever seen. I can't believe I woke up at 8:30 to watch that game. And it was pretty bad. And then if we look at this past week, just luck after luck just keeps happening for this Denver Broncos team. But I get it. It's one of those things. You can only play who's in front of you. And I totally understand that. But at the same time, you're not playing real competition. And when you have played real competition, you have been subpar at best. And in this last week, you really were subpar up until the fourth quarter when you're just playing an inexperienced New York Giants team with a young quarterback. And they just allowed you to get back into the game. And we even saw to end the game, Jackson Dart was making some young quarterback mistakes in that even those last two drives alone, he should have threw the ball. He should have threw an interception at least on 5 of the throws that he did throw. And so I think the Denver Broncos right now, like Brecken said, it's one of the most fraudulent 5-2 teams in the league. And I do think they will come back down to earth. I mean, they got the Dallas Cowboys this coming up week. I mean, I'd like to see you keep up in scoring with the Dallas Cowboys right now. Right. I understand Pastor Tane. Pastor Tane's a lockdown corner. But what did I tell you, Fonzo, before this game when we were doing our pick'ems? I'm like, this is just a game where
honestly, that was a snipe. That was a snipe there, Josh. I got to give you credit for that one.
Because Fonzo said they have Surtain. I'm like, this is a game where they have so many people that don't matter. Like, it's not going to matter who's on the other side. Like, it's just someone's going to be
still
open.
8.
No matter what.
Still 8.
Yeah, but the thing is, Wanda's not the type of player you're going to shadow. That's the thing.
No, he's not. He's not.
So that's why the matchup was so good for the New York Giants, because they have enough people on their side that don't matter enough yet or don't matter at all in that receiving core that the Broncos kind of just are playing more man-to-man, and it creates a lot of open opportunities for the New York Giants. And that's what happened in this one. But as we see right now, they got the Cowboys, then the Texans, and then they got the Chiefs 2 weeks after that. Then hopefully Jaden Daniels is back by the time the Commanders come. It's going to come back down to earth pretty soon.
So,
dude, yeah. No, it's I was going to kind of bounce off of what Josh was saying. Like, I loved what the Giants were doing in the first 3 quarters. They were running so much 22 personnel where they had 2 tight ends, Bellinger and Theo, just going in there, and then just 2 receivers with Hyatt and Wandale, and just playing big bully ball. And the RPO was working so well because they were in such a heavy set all the time that whenever they would throw the ball in these RPO plays,
Charbonnet.
I fucking hate Zach Charbonnet
touchdown.
So fucking much, dude. I hate him so fucking much. Oh my gosh. I think he's my new least favorite running back, dude. God, I have nothing against Zach Charbonnet. Make your money. Dude, like, okay. Side rant. Seahawks, I get it. It makes sense. You want to use both backs because you believe that you're a playoff team and you want both of these guys that are both injury prone to be healthy for the playoffs. But I have fantasy leagues that I need to fucking win with Kenneth Walker in it, dude. Like, I'm going to freak out. I'm going to freak the fuck out. He averages way more yards per carry. He's just better all around. Dude, he doesn't score touchdowns. Anyways.
Is he handsome?
The Broncos.
Is he better
So
looking?
to start the team, Zach Charbonnet is a very good looking man. I'll give you that. And K9's got a fucking nose on him, dude. Holy. But anyways, like I was saying, the Broncos, dude, I don't know if you noticed the first quarter, it seemed like Sean Payton was like, okay, Bo Nix, you've been playing pretty decent. I know you've been playing check down Charlie this whole season. Let's kind of experiment some more, air the ball out a little bit more, give you some more complex concepts. And the whole first quarter, they aren't connecting. Nothing was working. Like, Bo Nix was not playing good at all the first quarter. And it's like, that's against the Giants. Like, debatably one of the worst defensive back groups in the NFL. Like, Paulson Adebo is their best DB. And we cut him, and we're the Saints. Like, if that gives you any type of idea about how bad that these DBs are. And Bo Nix was struggling against them. And then in that, third and fourth quarter, Sean Payton was like, hey, Bo Nix, I guess I asked you to do a little bit too much to throw the ball over the middle. 15 plus yards. Let's start going back down to check downs and go routes on the outside.
You know what the crazy part about the throw at the end of the game that Cortland Sutton caught, or that was it Marvin Mims caught to get them to like the 50-yard line in that last drive? It was intended for Cortland Sutton. Like he just completely
he overthrew
Cortland
it.
Sutton.
Yeah, he
and
overthrew
it just went straight into Marvin Mims' hands. Like, and then they got a penalty. So, yeah, just
Jason's so good.
So yeah,
Dude,
okay.
I wanted to say this before we move on. Is
Go
Jason the most effortless looking receiver in the NFL right now? Like, I feel like he just makes everything look so easy. Like
Amari
it's in slow
Cooper.
motion right now.
CeeDee Lamb.
Amari Cooper 2.0.
I would still say CeeDee and Justin Jefferson. Like effortless.
No, Jettis doesn't make it look easy.
Jettis, right, for the last couple of seasons hasn't looked easy for Jay Jettis. I think it's just Jay Jettis being Jay Jettis. That's the things
like
happening.
Like as far as like catching the ball, or just like route running.
I'm just saying like just getting open, route running, possession receiver. Like I'm not saying like.
You think that has to do with JSN
I'm just saying
more
it
or
looks
the OC?
effortless for him. It just looks effortless.
I think it has to do with the OC.
I think it has to do a little bit with the OC with Kubiak, bro. Like you think about it, he made the Saints look like they were Super Bowl bound the first 2 weeks.
But Jason just looks like the most smooth receiver in the NFL right now. Like he just
We were ranting about it last week about how JSN was the best receiver in that Ohio State room.
Yeah, no, for sure. I guess Damon he's vouching for Devonta Smith and George Pickens. I don't know.
Pickens is not the most smooth looking receiver
at all. He's like the opposite, but I'm okay with it.
Okay, hear me out. Pickens, like everything he catches is not easy. Like it's like the hardest catch in the world.
Yeah,
slant that will bounce off his chest.
Pickens sucks at running routes. That's just the thing. Like he's just a bit more athletic, faster, and bigger than you. Like I don't think he's the best at running routes. His separation is like terrible. It's like
it doesn't matter. Doesn't matter. And I don't agree with that, but
okay, he makes I guess what Damon's trying to say, he makes the like he just said right now, he makes the hard stuff look easy, but not necessarily entirely the full game of playing wide receiver. He doesn't make it look easy. I'd say JSN is definitely better than that.
I'm not arguing if he's a better catch, has a better catch.
Amari Cooper, peak Amari Cooper. Oh man, bro,
because whenever I think of like guys that look effortless out there, like D-Hop and Amari Cooper just are the first two that come to mind for me.
I feel like Puka.
No, because Puka runs with so much effort. He plays with so much effort. Yeah, I'm saying like just
Devontae. Yeah, Devontae. Yeah.
Devontae Adams is really good too.
No, but all right, let me say this. The only quarterback in NFL history through the first 4 starts with 750 passing yards, 175 rushing yards, 7 passing touchdowns, 3 rushing touchdowns is Jackson Dart. So all I'm just saying, this is coming from a Cowboys fan right here. Jackson Dart, he's the truth. Jackson Dart, he's the truth. And okay, I would be concerned if the Giants actually knew how to build a team, but they do not know how to build an actual team. So Jackson Dart, he's going to be a good quarterback as long as he stays healthy. But I really don't believe in the Giants being able to actually build a competent team around him. And much of the same sentiments that they were saying as far as...
To be honest, I disagree. I disagree with you. I really do. Because
you think they're going to build a good team around him?
No, they are. They've
won Super Bowls.
He finally has a receiver. He finally has a quarterback that's in par. That's not Josh Allen, but has the same ability as Josh Allen. Like he's able to push the ball down the field and run as well. I see what you mean. So he's able to. So he's gonna make sure. And this is his last hope. Like this is Brian Daboll's
It is his last hope. Yeah,
to get stay on as a New York Giants head football coach. And Malik Neighbors would be here right now. Like just so you know, like Malik Neighbors would be the number 1 receiver right now for the New York Giants. And you have Wandale as a number 2. All they need is another piece, and they have a complete wide receiver core. And then in the backfield, they already got their guy. In the backfield. Cam's got a complete workhorse. Then on the defensive side of the ball, all you need is to build a secondary. Like that's all they have left.
You just need some safeties.
They're right there. Like I view the Giants as the Cleveland Browns right now. If I'm being completely honest with you, I think they're going to give all these good teams a run for their money. They're not going to come out with wins, but they're going to give all these good teams push them to the end of the game. And by next season, I think they're going to be pretty solid.
No, I can't say that because okay, here's my thinking. By the
That
time
O-line.
Jackson Dart, yeah, by the time Jackson Dart actually is ready to actually lead a team to multiple playoff wins and win a Super Bowl, their team is already going to be too expensive, whether paying Jackson Dart, paying Malik Neighbors, whoever it is, and rebuilding their line. So
Where's
I
Thibodeau
don't think they're
going?
that far away.
yeah,
I don't think they're that far
where's
away.
Kayvon? I I think they're quite a ways away, like comfortably. I
think
would
their
take
defense is better than
just
the Cowboys right now.
well, yeah,
Well,
I'll tell
no
you that
shit.
too.
No, I'm just saying. Like,
I'll tell you that too.
I don't think they're that far away. Like, I don't think they're far off the
But-
Commanders, and I don't think they're far off the Cowboys. Like, I think the Eagles they're pretty far off, but I think they're pretty close to those other two teams right now.
I could
I
get behind that.
I think there's a big, just as far as talent gap, as far as quarterbacking, pure quarterbacking between, I wouldn't say Jaden Daniels. Jaden Daniels, we still have to see it sophomore year. Between the Jackson Dart, because again, it's only 4 starts in his career compared to a proven guy in Jalen Hurts and in Dak Prescott. But that's what I'll say right there.
Jalen Hurts, but
Okay, you know what? Perfect. I love this. I love this segue right here. Let's go ahead and talk about it. The Philadelphia Eagles right
and you better
here.
say thank you to me right now. Say thank you, Joshua. Just say thank you, Joshua Afonso. I gave you your star quarterback.
No, hey, you're the one that picked the Vikings here.
No,
Hey,
I'm talking about fantasy football.
No.
I'm talking about dynasty
Wait, star
football.
quarterback.
I'm talking about dynasty
'Cause he
football.
gave
you
Say
Dart.
thank you,
shoot.
Joshua.
Hey, I appreciate it.
Hey, you're welcome.
No. Hey, you're the one that wanted to trade away Dart to me. I just countered back, and we finally
I
came
mean,
to
I
an
would do it
agreement.
again. I'm not
But
lying. Like I'm
like
not,
I was
I'm
saying,
not,
Philadelphia
I'm not mad
Eagles
about
beat the
it.
Vikings. Eagles are now 5-2. I'm not mad about it either. Just too bad the rest of my team sucks. But anyways, before I start talking about my trash,
That's an
dynasty
understatement,
team,
bro.
Eagles win 28-22.
Dude, they don't just suck. Like they're like probably like
They're old and they
the
suck.
worst 2-year stretch for a dynasty football team in the history of the
I think
league.
you have like one
And
win in 2
okay,
seasons.
I don't think they're ever Jesse. At least Jesse's team dropped
Yeah,
150
I have one
this
win.
week. That's all I'm saying. Like,
Yeah. No, well, this has been my lowest scoring week by far. I was scoring like one.
Bro, no, you're
No,
coping
no,
right
it
now.
it is.
You're coping right now.
It is.
My
No,
team looks
it
fucking
is.
disgusting in that league, bro.
It
My
does.
receiver
We're not
core. I
talking-
traded
we're not talking
for
about you.
for everybody on the pod. I traded for Malik Neighbors. God, dude.
Marcos makes no
God.
sense. Marcos makes no sense with that. No,
I did
but
give up a bag.
He was negotiating with me basically, and then Marcos just took over the negotiations and was like, "No, I really want Kamani Vidal." I was like, "All right, bro." I was like, "Do not walk away from this trade without JCM and multiple first-round picks plus George Pickens." And he was like, "No, I'm okay with like."
Brecken, be honest. Be honest. Would you have done JCM, George Pickens, and 2 first-round picks for Malik Neighbors? I mean,
No,
if the
I
trade's
wouldn't.
already done.
No,
I
he
wouldn't.
wouldn't,
You wouldn't have done?
He wouldn't have.
No. Because I'm a huge George Pickens guy.
Yeah.
No, he
What-
just
what
no.
was
That's
it?
not why he would have done it. He would have given up George Pickens in a heartbeat. He would have. He
Yeah.
just doesn't want to give up draft picks. He wants 3 first-round draft picks for no reason. He doesn't want to give up draft picks at all. It's not because of George Pickens. It's because he wants
I have
draft
the
picks.
most draft capital. I have Nico Collins, Jamar Chase, Malik Neighbors, and Chris Olave as my wide receiver core.
Mm-hmm.
And then I got Jalen Hurts. I got Drake May. I just need tight end.
No, but
Anyways,
all right,
talking about Hurts. Talking about Hurts.
Go ahead, Brecken.
Dude, all right. Guy went off. Y'all were talking. Okay, Josh left the pod early last week. Me and Fonzo went on a rant, and Fonzo was saying about how Jalen Hurts is holding his team back. He's not a good quarterback in the NFL. And I was like, I get that he's not a top 5 guy. I'll agree with you there. He's debatably top 10, but you can't say that Hurts is the reason why the Eagles are losing. And what does he do? He
I think
goes
because of
out.
this game, it definitely shows he was holding them back.
You don't think it has anything to do with Saquon?
No, I think they're not drawing up good schemes for Saquon right now.
No,
plus
I
the
was
running-
blaming the OC. I was blaming the OC. That's who I
He
was
was.
kind of blaming the whole time.
He was.
Was like
Yeah.
it's not necessarily
Okay,
Saquon because he's
continue
like
then. Continue.
okay. Jalen Hurts goes out, so he had as many touchdowns as incompletions until the very last play of the game. He just threw some shit up, and only 4 incompletions, perfect passer rating, almost perfect QBR. Like one of 3 quarterbacks ever in Eagles history to have a perfect passer rating. He
Yeah.
just absolutely balled out, and he trusted his guys. Schmitty, absolute fucking dog. Best game of his career, hands down, I believe. He had one other game where he's caught like 3 touchdowns, but he didn't do this good, in my opinion. 9 catches, 183 yards, a touchdown. You know, AJ Brown. I'm not gonna lie, AJ Brown dropped 2 passes, so Jalen Hurts should have done better than he did. And,
And he
AJ
also
Brown
slid
still,
at the end. He just slid at the
yeah,
end
he
to end the
slid.
game.
Yeah.
Which I respect it, but still, he cooked 4 catches, 121
Couldn't tell
yards,
me to
2
do that.
touchdowns. Absolute dog. Saquon's still struggling a little bit. 18 rushes, 44 yards, only 2.4 yards a carry, which is still really bad. And I think a lot of that has to do with, some of these O-line pieces moving around along with the new OC. The O-line, it's not just that it can't stay healthy with what is it, Lane Johnson going in and out, throughout this game.
Mhm.
And then, they lost a couple of guys in the offseason. And just their OC just isn't really scheming up amazing plays. Saquon Barkley hasn't had a single run over 18 yards this year. His longest run this year is 18 yards, which is insane to say because he had a
Wasn't it
catch
last week?
No, he had a catch
Yeah, it was last
where what the run for like 18 yards or whatever.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's what he was saying.
But still, he hasn't broken a runoff for over 20 yards, that was his bread and butter last year. That's what gave him so many yards. Was like he would have like 15, 18 carries, and then on that 19th, 20th carry, he'd break one off for 30, 40, 50, 60 yards. And he's just not getting that done this year, at least not in the run game. He's doing it a little bit in the pass game, and just kind of creating space out there. But yeah, I mean, the Eagles' offense looked completely back. I think their defense struggled a little bit. Granted, these Vikings and Justin Jefferson put the absolute team on their back. I think Jordan Addison absolutely balled out. One of the better number 2s in the NFL, and I think he's super slept on. I really like Addison. It's just
Nico
really
got a
hard
concussion.
Oh, I see him laying down on the sideline.
Yeah.
I missed the play though.
Nico's down.
Shit.
No, but go ahead, Brecken. Go ahead.
Shit.
Or this.
Oh, yeah.
Oh
Yeah.
shit! It was bad. Shit. Anyways.
Yeah, it was.
Shit. Okay. Dude. Shit. Anyways, Jordan Mason's getting even more burn. He's doing good. Okay. We can talk about it. I think the Vikings got screwed. I think the Hawkinson touchdown should have counted. I think that was a catch. I don't think that was deemed because it was deemed a drop. I get that the ground moved his arm, which moved the ball, but the ball like he didn't lose control of the ball, in my opinion, and he brought it back up to his chest. Like he never lost. Like he always had a grasp on the ball.
Shot is trash, bro.
Oh my gosh,
trash.
Josh, you know what I just thought of? Your trade for Higgins is going to be even more valuable. Would you give up like a third for Jaden Higgins?
I don't know why my dad did that, bro.
Dude, I thought that was insane.
You know what's crazy? Before I made the trade, I had just watched a podcast like Dynasty Domain talking about values, and it was like an early 2nd round pick to trade for Jaden Higgins.
And he gave a third. Was it your third?
Yeah, I don't have no more picks, so.
Yeah, he's none. I'm the opposite. Yeah, I mean, to be honest, the Eagles' defense still doesn't look complete. They still don't look as good as they did at the beginning of the season.
Their run defense is pedestrian. Like, it's not that great.
They did all right against the Vikings, but granted, it's the Vikings and Jordan Mason's their starting running back. Not trying to slide on him. He's one of my sleeper guys. I kind of like Jordan Mason, but if you're going against like a Jonathan Taylor or something like that, he's gonna gash you. And the DBs played really well for the Eagles. They got 2 picks on Wentz. That one at the end, I mean, that's sealed the game for them. And Hurts absolutely fucking balled out.
See, I agree with your
Josh?
standpoint that Hurts, but the thing is with Hurts, we know he can have these games. We've seen it in the Super Bowl.
Mhm.
We've seen it in the playoffs. Of him have like major big games. But the thing and the problem is with Jalen Hurts is that he can't do it consistently. Like the next week, he's gonna drop back down to earth maybe and go 180
But
for a touchdown.
you could say the same thing about Josh Allen.
No, you can't. I don't think you
dude,
can.
he has these insane games, and then like he turns around and throws fucking 3
No, you
interceptions
can't.
against the
No.
Saints.
No, you can't. It's not the same.
No.
It's not the same. It's not the same. Josh Allen. So
I feel like
telling
he
me
put their.
you're telling me you're gonna if you're laying them next to each other, you're taking Jalen Hurts over Josh Allen.
No way you're.
No, I would take Allen, but I'm saying like Allen
Please say that
has.
statement. He does not have the same weapons as Jalen Hurts.
No, bro.
No, he doesn't.
You
but
drop Josh Allen in a bucket in a team with Saquon Barkley, AJ Brown, Devonta Smith, dude. They're winning the Super Bowl. Like, just give them the Super Bowl. Like, don't even like play the games, bro. Like,
then
like,
why don't they have players like that?
Because I don't know, GM sucks in Buffalo. Maybe I don't know. Like,
no,
I think not everyone has
their
Howie
offensive
Roseman
personnel.
growing on a tree. Like, not everyone
I
has
think
Howie
that-
Roseman.
I think Hurts the Hurts hate is getting a little bit out of hand.
No,
like
I don't think I think he's like the 8th best quarterback in the NFL. Like, I'm not like saying he's terrible.
he
but
beat
the thing
the
is,
Chiefs.
Like, yeah, he's still the
In the
8th
Super
best
Bowl.
quarterback in the NFL. What does that
No,
got to
but
do
like
with
my
anything?
my point is like the Chiefs debatably for that like 3-year stretch, best defense like NFL history. That like 3-4 year stretch, Chiefs were like debatably the best defense in history.
Yeah,
And
but
he
it's easy when
whooped
you're
them
getting
in the Super Bowl.
40 yards to play on because the offense sucks. Like, the defense was put in tough situations that entire game. But this isn't about last year. It's about right now. And like when you're talking about Saquon Barkley, I think I know more about Saquon Barkley because I have him in Dynasty and so I've been paying more attention. And I think Saquon Barkley definitely looks like the best athlete on the field.
Mhm.
Like, he looks like the best athlete on the field, like, at all times. Like, even in the backfield when he's like about to get tackled, like, he's trying to make major moves to get more yards, but it's just not happening. And
Mhm.
like you said, the run game right now, the run protection is terrible for the Philadelphia Eagles. Like, they're literally anyone's getting through every single time Saquon Barkley touches the ball. And then they're just not scheming up good plays. They're constantly calling him plays when they're backed up behind the chains to run the football. And then so everyone knows the run is coming because they're too far backed up in their own territory, or it's like a 3rd and 8, 37. Like, they're not going consistently to him, and that's the problem. That's the problem with the Philadelphia Eagles, is that why I don't think this is sustainable. Like, to do this week in and week out, because you can't expect Jalen Hurts to do this week in and week out,
Mhm.
because we've seen the first 5 games. The first 5 games of the season tells it all. Like, it's not who Jalen Hurts is. But Saquon Barkley, we know who he is, and you're just not consistently giving him like the opportunities to actually produce.
It's the
for your
quality
football
of
team.
touches. Like, he's getting the right amount of touches and the right
Yeah,
amount of
it's
volume. It's just
but-
the quality of touches is so bad. Like I don't know if you remember, it was like week 1. I remember watching, and like in fantasy, I kind of faded Saquon in every single league. And I was watching week 1, and I was
Ooh.
like, let's go K9. I was watching week 1, and I was like, dude, Saquon, I don't know what I was thinking. He's the best player in the NFL.
Yeah,
Because
he was making
they're
people
throwing
miss like
screens.
crazy in week
Yeah.
1.
But the thing is like they're throwing screens, they're doing shovel passes, they're doing stuff with Saquon to create space because they like their O-line just wasn't doing good at the start. And I don't know why they haven't stick to that formula. Like, throw the ball to Saquon a little bit more out of the backfield. If you have a DB on him one-on-one on a swing route, throw it to Saquon. He's gonna hurdle that guy. Like, he's gonna stiff arm him. He's gonna juke him. He can do anything.
Well, okay. Let me jump in
How
on
did
this
he not
part,
get
and
Sam
I'm gonna.
Darnold right there? Oh, Torrey Horton, you got
Did
to
he
come
catch
down
that?
with
No,
that.
he didn't catch that. No, but I'm gonna say this as far as with Saquon. I think it's necessarily this year after the season he had last year they're seeing what Saquon did the entire year, which eventually led to the Super Bowl. I'm not saying Jalen Hurts wasn't a part of that, but every team is saying the entirety of the game, we're not going to let Saquon Barkley beat us. And I know eventually he's going to pop off and have that game. So they've been saying the blueprint throughout the first 6 weeks, not that it's been working. Obviously, the Eagles, they've been winning, but they've been saying we're not going to let Saquon beat us because we know it's going to beat us. With Jalen Hurts, we're not sure if that's going to be able to beat us. So they'd rather take the risk of Jalen Hurts doing that. And like Josh said in this one, Jalen Hurts, he was able to do that. And Brian Flores, he just said, all right, I know we're a little bit banged up on defense, but Jalen Hurts, can you make those? Usually it's the tight window throws, but everybody was running wide open. I think this was just A.J. Brown and Devonta Smith having just their coming out party for the season where both of them really popped off. Maybe the Rams game, you could say so for both of them, but this is their first true game. And I'm going to say this. I said Jalen Hurts last week. I said he's outside the top 10. I say 11. That's what I said. So I'm not saying this dude is a terrible quarterback. And I think anywhere from I'll say 5 to 12 range, they could look like top 5 quarterbacks in any given Sunday.
Yeah.
That's what I'll say. And it just alternates between the two. But go ahead.
I feel like with the whole Saquon thing, I don't necessarily think, because I know some people have been saying like, oh, the touches, the volume, all that stuff, it's wearing and tearing on Saquon. I don't think it's necessarily on Saquon because he still looks like the most explosive player on the field. I think it's more so on the O-line because you got to think they're also doing the tush push, 4 times in a row, 5 times in a row. They're
all these letting him get into rhythm. Like they're not letting him get into rhythm
but not even that. But like I think that the O-line is like physically exhausted. Like they're the biggest O-line in the NFL. They're some of the strongest O-line in the NFL, and they ask them to do so much that whenever they're getting into these run situations, these obvious run situations, it's like they're being beat because they're like exhausted and overwhelmed, and they're kind of still a new team. They didn't get as long as an offseason as a lot of these other teams that were knocked out of the wild card and stuff like that. The Eagles, they made it all the way to the Super Bowl.
Well, just to go off that last point, it's just the Eagles, they played such a physical brand of football last year. I think you say by far they were the most physical team in the league. So again, this goes back to NFL coaches. They're way too smart for it. They realize the Eagles' physicality, how it was last year. Well, you saw just with the Chiefs and the Eagles Super Bowl last year. I know Josh doesn't want to talk about that, but the main thing was the physicality on both of the offense and defensive line. So every game,
we got whooped.
Every game, the Eagles, every time they know that they're going to get their best punch. That's just what it is. You were the Super Bowl champs. You know what worked for them last year. So they're going to say, all right, how can we make you do the opposite of what you did last year? And I think if Jalen Hurts can do this consistently, then we're going to see Saquon pop off.
Why?
Because until further notice,
why do Cowboys fans talk crap to me when I never talk crap to Cowboys fans? Like Damien over here in the comments.
Whoa.
Like it's so
some Cowboy fans.
Like I never say anything. Like, but I'm catching strays out here for no reason. Let's make fun of the Saints. Come on, guys. Like, why don't we just
Speaking of the Saints, it is time for the most favorite topic, the topic that everybody loves to talk about, Brecken's recap of
Bro, we should start playing
Saints
music in the background every time Brecken talks about the Saints.
Like what's that one guy that goes like the fastest minute or whatever, the fastest 60 seconds?
What is it?
It's not
Booger McFarlane. No, it's not.
No, not Booger McFarlane. Boomer.
It's Chris Berman.
Yeah. No, so for the Saints, I will say every single week I've been going into it being like, yeah, we're probably going to lose. Besides the Giants, I was like, hey, we might win this one, and we did. This week I was seeing edits of Spencer Rattler, and I was like, revenge game against Caleb Williams. And I was like, dude, in my head, I was getting hyped. I was drinking the Kool-Aid, man. I was like, hey, we're going to go out here and just whoop the fucking Bears' ass. And that's not what happened. That's not at all what happened.
Ball to Jaden Higgins, bro.
Shut up. Dude, so Spencer Rattler has been, dude, I talked about it. Spencer Rattler only had 1 turnover on the season. He was looking damn good. I'm looking at the stats right now. He's 12th in the NFL in passing yards. Like he's been doing really well. And he was actually before last week, he was the number 1 quarterback against the blitz in the NFL. And so like he's been playing really good. And I was like, dude, I guess that Caleb Williams is his kryptonite because he played like shit. Like and it wasn't just him. It was our whole team. Like AK, dude, oh my gosh. He pisses me off. I love AK. He's like debatably like top 3 favorite Saint of all time. Do you forget that you're allowed to block a DN or a blitzing corner on the backside? Like Spencer Rattler, like it's a blindside blitz. AK goes to block him. Like you work inside to out. You work in to out. That's what you do. You want to make the furthest path from the quarterback. AK goes, go ahead. Go get Spencer Rattler. Let me push you in the back so you can get to him even faster. Dude, it genuinely, I'm starting to sweat right now. It gets me hot, bro. AK or like Olave was our offense. Olave was our offense. He went absolutely insane. Like just under 100 yards, of course. 2 touchdowns. Like Spencer Rattler made some amazing throws. He threw a pick that was 100% on him. The other one was not on him. Juwan Johnson, it's like either he's like an Evan Ingram, a really good tight end, or he's the fucking opposite, and he's fumbling the ball, at midfield every other play. And like Kendre Miller gets hurt, of course, and I'm like, shit, so now I have to watch AK go out there and act like he's blocking for, a full fucking game. Oh, dude, it pisses me off.
CJ Stroud drop back like 12 yards.
And just throw it out of bounds. No, He tried to target his running back 30 yards for a toe tap. Woody Marks ran backwards like 15 yards. That was a horrible play. On 4th and 15, ran backwards, tries to sling it, 40 plus yards downfield so his running back can adjust and toe tap on the sideline. And he had a chance at it.
I mean, yeah,
it
wasn't too bad. No, but
I'm sorry, CJ. Anyways, we're bad. We know that we're bad. Dude, every other game, like, we looked competitive. We did not, like, yes, it was cool that it was 14-20 for a minute, but
dude, y'all
and
were
the,
so
and the ref
bad,
made
y'all
some
ruined
questionable
fantasy
calls.
for all the pass catchers because the run game just went absolutely
Yeah.
crazy.
Oh, dude, Swift was
40
Swift
carries.
and Kyle
Monongai
just went insane.
Monongai was
like
torching
they
us.
literally just like, all right, y'all got it. Y'all got it.
Caleb
Yeah, it's like why
shit,
even try, dude? Like, and then of course their starting field position, like our kicker fucking sucks. Blake Groupie, I'm gonna like trade him, cut him, do something, dude. He pisses me off. Dude, send him to the XFL. He pisses me off, bro. He's missed so many extra points and so many field goals.
Can I list you a stat about him? Groupie came into the game leading the NFL with 19 field goal attempts and ranked second in field goals made 14.
Well, he's missed all the important ones.
Yeah, I know. I just wanted to let you know.
That's 5 misses, though. That's not like good percentages.
Yeah, no. I just wanted to let you know. Yeah.
That means he's hitting like 80%.
He's missing one field goal in one field goal in 5 games. One field goal in 5 games. Yeah. You're welcome.
That's a field goal game that he's missing, basically.
Yeah. Uh-huh.
And then what about extra points? He doesn't even bring that up. He missed one.
Yeah.
God,
no, this isn't even extra points. All right. Well, not much else to talk about there. That's Breakin's recap of the
Chris Olave. Dude, if we trade Chris Olave after this game, I'm gonna freak out. I'm actually starting to sweat right now. I'm gonna freak out if we trade because I've seen so many rumors and I feel like he's gonna get traded. Yeah, and after this game, like back-to-back 100-yard games, 2 touchdowns, like he's going insane. Like, oh, shut the fuck up. He went up, mossed the shit out of a dude, and then they didn't count it as a catch. Like, oh, W Rage Bait. I fucking hate you, Damian. I fucking hate you. Go ahead and talk about the Cowboys. I have to restart my shit because my freaking ad blocker's going off. I don't know why my ad blocker's still on. I thought I uninstalled it.
Oh no, Brecken's about to leave. Oh no, Brecken's about to leave.
Fuck up. Give me 1 second.
He did leave. No, but all right. Dallas Cowboys
That's your
versus
homie,
Washington
bro. That's your
Washington
homie.
Commanders. You know what? You're damn right. You're damn right.
That's my homie for real.
Yeah, that's my homie for real. Nah,
I've just
but
known that guy
Cowboys
nearly 10
versus
years of my life.
Commanders.
Dude. As I
Wait, where are
left,
you at?
I
don't
get
see
to
you in the
watch.
picture.
As I left, I get to come back to watch K9 go off for like 20 yards. What happens? Flag, holding, call it back. Are you shitting me right now, dude?
Oh,
I'm
there's
actually.
Brecken.
I don't
I
know
didn't
if
see
you
you for
guys
a
can
second.
tell. Can you hear me?
Yeah, we can hear you. Yeah, we can hear you.
What did you say?
K9 just ran the ball for like 15 yards. Called back. Of course.
Mhm.
Of course.
Can you repeat that?
just-
What did you say?
I said. No, I'm kidding. Fuck you, Josh.
Rage bait.
Gosh,
The
bro.
rage bait's working crazy.
It's not even y'all rage baiting
Dude,
me.
it's almost like imagine if K9 was the clear number one guy.
Sorry,
Stingley.
Sam Darnold just threw a pick.
Dang. He
Jason just got his
threw off
helmet ripped
Jason's
off.
helmet.
Hey,
Yeah.
get off
Jason's fighting!
Jason!
Get off of
I'm-
Jason!
I'm-
What are you
I'm
doing?
about to jump through this screen
Dude,
right
they're
now, bro.
Mexican!
I'm about to jump through this screen right
Oh my
now.
gosh!
Dang, it's a
He
He
big
looked
old
like
fight
Joe
now.
Mixon in
Damn.
college.
Damn, that turned into a
Jason
big ass
alive?
fight.
Dude,
No, he's alive.
Jason looks
He
like
just got-
Juju.
Oh man. No, okay, he put back on his helmet. He's fine. He put Yeah, Jason's fine.
Jason almost just got the Mason Rudolph treatment right there. Did you see that?
CJ
They ripped
Stroud-
off his
CJ
helmet.
Stroud went up
Yeah,
to him,
I
was like,
know.
I didn't mean for them to do that. I didn't mean for them to do that, Jason.
I'm sorry, bro.
Sorry.
I'm sorry.
Damn. Yeah, no. All right. Cowboys versus Commanders. Cowboys, they win 44-22. But the biggest story from this game is Jaden Daniels. I think it's a hamstring injury. I think it's his right hamstring, but there wasn't no further updates on it, how much or how long he's going to be missing. So what y'all take away from this one right here?
For the Cowboys, dude, their defense put a little bit of something together. Granted, you got to take that with a grain of salt, of course, with the Marcus Mariota going in there at the end. And they sacked him like 2 or 3 times.
3 times.
Thank you, Damian. Yeah, I mean, the Cowboys defense looked competent at least. Granted, you don't have
The ref was
Debo, you don't have
protecting
Scary
JSN.
Terry. The ref was. Holy.
I'm sending him a birthday card.
Google's his name after.
Hey, that's my dynasty wide receiver in both league dynasties, bro. I gotta see him protected.
I gotta respect it, bro. I swear the Seahawks just block better for Zach Charbonnet. It's like they see Kenneth Walker in the backfield and they're like,
He's so
God,
Kenneth
bro."
Walker.
Like he's got to stink or something. Like the O-line's just got to like have something out for him, bro. Like he's got to come to the huddle and they're like, God, the BO is, I don't know what it is. Or maybe because Zach Charbonnet looks so damn good. Maybe he just comes in there looking all suavemente. And then, the Seahawks are like, we need a block for this sexy motherfucker. And then K9 goes in there and they're like, yeah, nah.
Dude just called Zach Charbonnet hot and Kenneth Walker smelly in one segment.
Dude, they were assaulting JSN. Holy.
The refs just around JSN
He's
just
just-
holding him. He's just
I
holding
got you,
him.
bro. I got you, King. I
He has
got
him
you,
on
King.
Dynasty too. In a
Yeah,
way.
bro.
Yeah, he has to have him on Dynasty for sure.
Dude,
No,
why is Xavier
all right,
Hutchinson
go-
catching the
go ahead,
ball?
Brecken.
Throw
Go
it to
ahead,
David
Anyways,
Higgins.
the Cowboys defense looked confident, but that was without Debo Samuel. That's without Scary Terry. Zach Ertz caught a touchdown and he did a little bit of stuff, but after Jaden Daniels went out, you kind of knew that the game was over. But they surprisingly stopped the run a lot better than I expected throughout the whole entire game. Bill, JCM, he didn't really do that great, and he had plenty of touches. It's not like he didn't get enough attempts. If I'm not mistaken, he had like 15 or 16 attempts, or like touches in general.
Or
So
yeah.
13 rushes and like 5 catches or something like that. And JCM, Bill.
One catch.
Oh shit, I thought he had more than that.
14.
And so, but still, like he didn't do that much, and that's the one area that the Cowboys have been getting absolutely torched in. I know that the pass has been really bad for them as well, but like if you can at least stop the run game, you can do something, Unlike the Saints, we couldn't stop the run game. And yeah, I mean the Cowboys offense looks electric. I love seeing the best wide receiver duo out there
Good night, bro.
with GP3 and with
David.
good night, Pookie. With
Appreciate it.
GP3 and CeeDee Lamb just absolutely cooking. CeeDee Lamb came back, got his touchdown, over 100 yards. And then George Pickens, only 4 catches, but still getting that, 90 yards receiving. And he was getting those big body catches as well. You love to see it. And then Ferguson was still surprisingly eating. I thought that he would have been kind of, nullified with CeeDee Lamb coming back. I thought that he was going to get a lot more of a hit than George Pickens.
Is an operative, bro.
So overrated. Like Bryce Young's
Dude.
better, isn't he?
I'm getting close. I'm getting close to saying he might be.
Yeah.
No,
Look,
I'm
they give
they're
Bryce
both
Young.
trash. Like they both suck.
No, Bryce Young just got injured, bro. Bryce Young has a winning record, and he beat the Cowboys.
I mean, what is that
you're
really
not
saying
wrong.
with the defense?
I mean, you're not wrong.
All right, Josh, did you say, or did you want to say anything before I talk?
On the Cowboys and Commanders game, I don't think Who are these people? Is that Jalen Noel?
Yes.
Jalen Noel is so good, dude. I thought he was such a good draft pick. I thought he should have went earlier.
Every target he started Jaden Higgins is like the hardest target in the world. Like he's just like Jaden Higgins is double bracketed. He's like, you know what? Here you go, Jaden. Go make a play.
Yeah.
Like he's slipping while Tariq Woolen's all over him, and he just here, Jaden. She's like, bro, like what are you like, bro? Why is he not?
Braxton Berrios had a touchdown.
No, you can talk, Fonzo. I'll talk off whatever you talk about, I guess.
All right.
Zach Charbonnet is going to get another run for a touchdown. Watch.
Zach Charbonnet is going to get the touchdown right here at the goal line instead of Woody Marks.
No, I meant because Woody Marks scored. I meant like next drive.
No,
Zach Charbonnet is going to steal goal line touches from Woody Marks too.
I seen.
He's stealing everybody's goal line.
Dude, Woody Marks is wearing a do-rag right now, bro.
What a guy. So does Michael Penix.
Stop.
There's a big difference.
He doesn't take it off.
No, but as far as with this Cowboys defense,
have you ever seen Michael Penix's hair?
No, Michael Penix is known for not taking off his do-rag. Like literally,
he says he leaves it on in the shower.
Yeah, like the players on his team don't know if he has hair or not. Like he doesn't take it off.
He's bald for sure.
Nah, I don't think he's bald. I think he's just going with the bit.
You think he just has like glamorous waves underneath that cap then?
Craziest.
I don't think it's glamorous waves, but I think he has waves.
He's got Katie hair under there. That'd be fucking insane.
He has Derek White hairline. He has a Derek White hairline.
Oh, that'd be so, bro. But it's like, do you think
there's flicks with him and this hair?
I thought he was going to sleep.
Go ahead.
I thought he was going to sleep. Like, bro, just says they can't miss out on a conversation, Kenny. Bro can never miss out on a conversation.
Without do-rag.
There's probably some stuff from whenever he was in college.
Yeah, no, he does have hair. No, he does. No, he does have hair.
Recently, like, is he wearing like a Falcons jersey?
Okay. Yeah, like it's like where he has.
Oh, like in an interview.
Why is it not letting me share my screen?
Yeah, he's got hair.
Here you go.
He's got the like the Obama look.
My screen.
Going on.
Is my screen showing? That is Michael Penix with hair.
That looks like a young Barack Obama.
No.
He looks like he's had
somebody edited him bald. Yeah, no,
but
there's not many pictures.
Why does he kind of look like Vince Carter and Tracy McGrady had a kid?
I could see that. See, that's him with hair. See, outside of Atlanta. Well, I'm gonna look at that, but yeah, that's Michael Penix.
Look at his Sports Feed 24. He's got dreads. He used to have dreads. He looks like Joe Milton.
What?
Yeah, I'm assuming this is like.
Did y'all see Marco started Joe Milton in Dynasty?
I mean, hey, you got to do what you got to do.
No, it's because he told me that he had Brock Purdy started and then last minute. Oh yeah, Michael Penix did have dreads. What the hell? Saying he looks like Joe Milton is crazy. Anyways,
he kind of doesn't he?
Let me go.
Oh God,
no, he
Woody
doesn't.
Marks just got stood up at the goal line.
I
No,
can't
but
believe they didn't
okay.
score.
I'm gonna say this as far as with the Cowboys defense. I'm not saying I'm gonna be the first to say this doesn't mean nothing with this Cowboys defense because Terry McLaurin and Deebo Samuel were out. The only
Yeah.
big thing I guess you could take away from this is we finally played more man coverage, 48% man coverage, and on those snaps, they were held for 3 to 15 passing passing attempts and completions. So that's a good sign you can see right there. Actually had some pass rush alive. So again, this defense needs to be. I'm not even asking them to be a good defense. Can you be a below average defense with how dynamic this offense is? And I get you saying the Chiefs have the best offense. There is an argument, but if you want to go entirety sample size of the season, you have to say
I
the
think
Dallas Cowboys. They have the
it's
best
the
offense.
Cowboys bar
Yeah,
none, bro.
and Dak Prescott, he's playing again. He's playing the best quarterback and he's ever played his entire career. And I'll say that against any quarterback you could line him up this year, whether offensive lineman, whether CeeDee Lamb being out, and it's only going to get better from here. He's still missing his starting center. He barely
Mhm.
got some of his offensive linemen back. So
Mhm.
I'm just saying Dak Prescott right now. Let me read you this. Past 4 games, 72% completion percentage, 13 touchdowns, no turnovers, 1-6 quarterback with 4 straight 3 touchdowns and no interception games. And
Caught
he's
him
on pace
mid-June
for
stretch.
career highs right now. Who's that?
Brian
Brian.
Bushy. What about him?
They're saying like Chiefs trade targets. They're searching for defensive linemen, and one of the
Ew.
candidates is Brian Brissy. But like 5 of them are
Okay.
like the Miami Dolphins defensive linemen.
Ooh. No, but yeah, no. Okay, I would just say people would be looking at the Cowboys a lot differently if they didn't lose to Carolina because they'd be 4-2-1 going up against Denver. And I know we're not gonna talk predictions right now, but I feel very confident after seeing what Denver did last week versus the Giants. That's all I'm gonna say. And just okay, let me ask you guys this.
Look, see what I
Shoddy,
mean? See what
yeah,
I
no,
mean?
that was a terrible one.
Like
But
He's talking about Jaden Higgins getting shit targets. Like the quality of
Dude.
throws got to be insanely low. He hit the cameraman. Did you see the camera move? He hit the fucking
cameraman did get a dot.
why
Cameraman
is
did get a
Leonard
dot.
Williams' jersey so small?
He likes the smaller jerseys, like what is it, Michael Bennett, the Michael Bennett type look. But let me ask you guys this: as far as Brian Schottenheimer, how would you say he's doing as a head coach? Because honestly,
Great.
I think he's exceeded everybody's expectations this year.
He's definitely exceeded my expectations. I didn't think that he would be that good. I thought he was like one of those hires where it's like, he knows a guy. But
Yeah,
I don't. Granted, I don't know how much like Dak is helping him out with veteran play and all these great receivers and
Having
stuff
Dak
like that.
goes a long way,
But
bro.
I will say
does.
the O-line coach for the Cowboys was on the was it the Cardinals last year? And the
Clayton
Cardinals was
Adams,
like,
he's our OC. Shh, don't talk about him. I don't want people to know about him. Shh,
dude,
don't talk about him.
he's making this O-line play extremely well.
Look at that guy on the screen, DeMarcus Lawrence.
Mhm.
Don't y'all wish y'all had him?
Nah.
Imagine if you had a guy that could like rush
Imagine
the
if you had a
quarterback a
guy
little
that
bit
could
and play
stop
the
the
run really
run
well.
consistently.
Okay. Yes, I've heard it. I've heard it the past
Dude,
6 weeks.
what if they had like
Bro, who's
debatably
his
like
barber though in Seattle though? Because dude's chopped. Like who's it? Like dude's chopped.
yo,
bro.
hit me up, bro. If you ever come to Dallas or DFW
Go
area, let me know, bro.
DeMarcus. Go DeMarcus.
No, go ahead, break it.
I don't even remember what I was. The OC, right? He's the OC.
Yeah, Clayton Adams. Yeah,
He's good, bro. He's getting this O line like there are a bunch of young guys or like inexperienced guys, and they're balling out, bro. Like they're playing so much better than I expected. And I think that goes a long way. And I think that's why this run game looks so good, which I think is helping out Dak and the offense in general. But for the defense, like Eberflus, I don't know how he got another job. Like his whole defensive scheme is like I'm gonna stick
Sam,
to the
just get out of the
basics.
end zone. What are you doing? Like, quit going that far back. Like, who are you? Like Dan Orlovsky, bro? Like, it's because he's calling the game. It's because he's calling the game, bro. That's what it
Okay,
is.
like Josh, for 1 second. The DC for the Cowboys, like Alfonso was saying earlier, does not run enough man coverage. His whole thing, whenever he was on the Bears, was like, I'm going to run zone, drop back, and my DNs and my D line, I'm only going to rush four. Like, they don't blitz and they play drop back zone, which is cool, but it's like, it's cool when you have a Micah Parsons. It's cool when you have, like a good D end, anybody like Nick or like Joey Bosa, Nick Bosa, somebody else that can get to the quarterback. But whenever you don't have that up front, those run stoppers and that D end, you can't run that style. And like you were saying, they're running a lot more man, which you love to see. Deron Bland got a pick six, which is nice to see.
Pick six king.
That's what they pay him the money for to do. He's not amazing in coverage. He's better than Diggs. But at least he can pick the ball off.
Well, I'll say this about Deron Bland. I think he rushed back too early, and he's finally starting to get healthy again. So I think that's kind of playing a factor there. And okay, I'll say this: you can't expect much as far as Donovan Ezeraku. I know he's had some flashes, but he's not going to be good not till later
solid
on in the year or like year two. But I'm going to say this: if you see how dynamic the Cowboys offense is, wouldn't you be more prone to blitz or play man, be more aggressive because you know how good your offense is? Because if you get an extra possession or so, then you're most likely going to come out with an extra 3 to maybe 7 points in the game. So if anything, you should just flip the script and Matt Eberflus should just be on the gas the entire game. But I don't know. That's just
it's like how the Vikings are with Flores. It's like their offense is so good. It's like blitz and go for interceptions every single time. And I feel like that's kind of what the Jags philosophy has been.
Yeah.
But their offense just did this last week. Oh my gosh. T-Law looked like a fucking rookie, bro. God, he was pissing me off.
Yeah, no, but all right. Let's go ahead and get on to these last few topics we have right here. Well, let's go ahead and head into the AFC right here. Did you want to talk about Miami?
Nah, bro, they're bad. Like they're gonna me and Joe, like we were talking about it before the pod. They may not make a big move because they have so much money tied up into their quarterback. But it's like he's been playing so bad. And what's so funny was they put Quinn Ewers in. First throw should have been picked. Second throw, screen. Third snap, fumbled. And I'm like, dude, it doesn't get better. Like you expect a rookie to go in and you're like, okay, maybe a little bit of life, something here. No, not at all. Not at all. Tua looks horrible. Like it's just they're figured out. It's a game that they found something that worked, like the tush push. Like they found their thing that worked with Jalen Waddle and Tyreek Hill, and it was figured out. You just need to run cover two.
Yep. No, but all right. Well, okay, this is just quite briefly before we get on to your last topic, Josh. I just want to say, as far as with this Bengals and Steelers game, first off, the Bengals, they're still the offense is still fantasy football relevant. And let me ask you guys this. Do you think they can stay alive till Joe Burrow makes it back? Because it's going to be December, and let me just read you their schedule. They're 3-4 right now. They play the Jets, Bears, Steelers, Patriots, Ravens, Bills, Ravens again, Dolphins, Cardinals, Browns. So this is just like a quicker topic right here. Joe Flacco, he looks more than competent enough. We saw against a good Steelers defense. He put up 33, and he's only going to learn the offense a lot more. So I just want to ask you guys that right there. Do you think the Bengals can survive?
I mean, that schedule sounds like pretty easy. I know they play the Ravens twice, and Lamar will probably be back. So it's like you don't really know. So I think it's either that they're going to end up going on a streak, or it's going to be the Ravens. So it's just really whoever wins out of those. If they split, then neither of them have any shot at all. But if one of them can sweep, then they might have a shot at making the playoffs.
Josh, anything?
I think the Browns, the Bengals right now, I look at as like the Browns and the Giants right now. Like I do think they're gonna put up enough points to beat some teams. They're gonna be really, really tough for a lot of opponents against them. Like you said, they do have a favorable matchup. I can see them beating the Jets. The Bears, I don't think they beat the Bears. I think the Bears have too much offensively
Mhm.
that it's going to come down to a shootout, and the Bears defense is going to make a stop where the Bengals defense can't. And then as far as the Steelers,
Yeah.
I mean, I think they get back into a shootout again. I don't know if I think the Steelers will be better prepared for round 2 of Joe Flacco coming into town, especially after already seeing him for the first time and getting some film
Mhm.
on what he's able to do within that group. So, and then the Patriots, I mean, they're not beating Drake May and the Patriots right now. They're just, I don't see it happening. I do think they're going to put up a lot of points each and every single week and be very competitive, but to push to get where Joe Burrow comes back, that's kind of being optimistic, like super optimistic. I feel like I think there was a point
Yeah.
where before this trade that Joe Burrow was not going to see the field at all till next season. And now
Mhm.
just because Joe Flacco though gave you a lot of life offensively, the defense is still completely dead. Like they are a terrible defense,
Yeah.
and to expect them to pull out enough wins to where they'd even consider Joe Burrow coming back and risking further injury, I just don't see it happening. But if it does, I mean, I hope it doesn't.
Mhm.
So
Yeah. It's gonna get really interesting. I mean, yeah, it'll get really interesting. Brecken, you're on the audio. I just can't see your actual video. No, but
Oh, I'm here.
it's just a question to pose. But all right, yeah, no, we could hear you.
I
We just can't
I
see
can see
you.
him. I can
But
see
that's
him.
fine. But you can see
I
him.
think it's on
Oh,
you.
that's
I
weird.
think that's
I
on
guess it's
you,
just on.
brother.
Yeah,
Finally.
I think so too. And it'll
Finally, I'm not
it'll.
getting shit on for my internet.
No, well, my internet's fine. But no.
It's
All
giving
right,
you a
let's go
hard
ahead and get
time.
on to. No. You know what? You're kicked off. You're kicked.
Oh, yeah.
No, but no, but all right.
What is
On
CJ
this
doing?
last one right here, what bro went back to the 20? Oh, he caught it.
Is
Touchdown.
Woody Marks
Oh,
hurt,
is
bro?
Woody Marks
No way.
alive?
No
He
way
caught
he
it,
caught that. Dude, CJ Stroud
but he
literally
is
looked like
down.
he shit him like his pants in that pocket. He just. You ever see that video of that black girl where it's like, "Why you hit me?" and she like hit her, and that fat like black girl and she goes, "That's what CJ did in the middle of the fucking pocket, bro." It's like he forgot that he could juke. Dude, I think he caught that. That's kind of crazy.
Yeah, he
did.
did catch it. Yeah, that is a touchdown.
Woody
Yep,
Marks
the
got
ball
his
never
hands.
hit the
Like
floor,
he's a good catcher, bro.
but he hit his
Jeez.
head.
No, I think
Dang.
when he got kneed in the back of the knee because he was limping
Yeah.
off.
Okay, yeah, no, but all right. This last one right here, especially now after the Lions, they just beat the Bucks right here. We need to figure out, as of right now, we're almost halfway into the season. Who's the best team in the NFC? So there's other teams. There's like the Bucks, there's the Lions, there's the Packers, there's the Eagles, there's the Niners. But Josh, who's the best team in the NFC right now?
So if we look at a couple of these teams, we look at the Green Bay Packers. I do think the Green Bay Packers have given up some leeway, given a lot of leeway to opponents that they've been facing lately, and one of them recently being the Arizona Cardinals in this last weekend, and where it was a very competitive matchup. And for a second there, I think almost everyone in this chat probably thought the Packers were going to lose that football game if
Mhm.
Micah Parsons just didn't
Yeah.
turn into Micah Parsons. Like if he just didn't take over an entire football game to really seal the deal. And then we look at the standpoint of the Detroit Lions. I want to put the Detroit Lions number 1 right now. I really, really do. Because their offense is dynamic, but the thing is, their defense right now is atrocious, especially in the secondary. I understand they had a really good game versus the Tampa Bay Buccaneers, but we're talking about a banged up Tampa Bay Buccaneers team where Emeka Egbuka still played in this one, but he almost didn't play. Like that's where it's at. And then Mike Evans also going out in the middle of this game while being rushed back as well. Like Mike Evans got rushed back for this game. Like,
Yeah.
and he's ended up hurting something completely different, breaking his collarbone and probably getting a concussion as well. So who knows how long Mike Evans is going to be out? Probably entirety of the rest of the season, if I'm being completely honest. Or
Yeah, it
close
said he's
to it.
out the rest of the year.
And then Bucky Irving is also not playing right now for the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. And Rachaad White, I mean, though a good running back, not like someone you want starting on your football team, I do think the Lions, they had a really good matchup in this one. They walked away with the win. They got the dub. But their defense and their secondary is not enough, I think, in the NFC for me to put them as the best team in the NFC right now because health goes into it. That's just the facts of it. And what team is healthy right now and what team is balling right now and what team is winning this football game right now is the Seattle Seahawks. I think the Seattle Seahawks right now for me are the best football team in the NFC. And I think it's really close. I think it's really close because there's a couple of teams that could actually that are a little bit lower that
I
maybe
hope you don't say my team.
could also give you an opportunity. But as far as I say it, they have a dynamic playmakers on the outside. I mean, Cooper Kupp and Jackson Smith and Jigba are working very good together. Torrey Horton's on the come up, I think. We got Sam Darnold. Okay, Sam Darnold looks better right now than he did last season. If I'm being completely honest, I think Sam Darnold looks 1,000 times better. And last year, we were almost putting Sam Darnold as the guy that was gonna. Who cares that you drafted J.D. McCarthy in the first round? Re-sign Sam Darnold and run it back. And I think he looks better than that guy right now. And I know Brecken hates on the split backfield, but the split backfield is offering something dynamic for the Seattle Seahawks in real life.
I said it makes sense, but for fantasy,
no, that's what I just said. I said it makes in real life it gives them this dynamic offense, some like a two-headed monster that no one can really game plan for. And then their offensive line, who probably many thought was a little young, because their average age I think is 4 years in the NFL. Like they're all 4 years or less in the NFL. They're protecting Sam Darnold right now very good. And I think that's quite impressive from a young football team. And that's not even getting started on their defense, who is banged up, and they are still holding teams to below them and allowing their offense to really get going. This is without Devon Witherspoon. This is without Kobe Durant. This is without a whole other couple of other players that really offer something that puts them over the top, and then while still having a great run stopping defense and defensive line. So I think the Seattle Seahawks right now for me are the number one team in the NFC.
Yeah, no, I am gonna go with their rivals, the Rams, and I mean,
which is another team I agree with as well. I can see this then.
Yeah. I feel like they're kind of in the same boat. This whole division. I mean, if the 49ers, they've been doing as good as they are. If they all come back
healthy, the 49ers would have a different conversation.
Yeah. If they come back healthy, who knows? But I was tossed up between the Eagles and the Rams, but I think I'm going to go with the Rams just because Stafford, in my opinion, is playing the best I've ever seen Stafford playing. Like, he's absolutely balling out. He doesn't have Puka, and he's going absolutely insane. He just threw for 5 touchdowns. Now, I get that he has Devontae Adams, but it's not like Devontae Adams is throwing up, insane stats. He's getting like 4 catches, 50 yards, and a touchdown. Maybe, right? Like this last game, he had 5 catches, 48 yards, 3 touchdowns. Cool. He's your red zone guy. But it's like they have a really good run game, and I like that Blake Corum's getting worked in a little bit more. This O-line looks solid. Matthew Stafford is playing at an MVP level, debatably. Like people, I don't remember who it was, but I've seen somebody saying that like this season, if Matthew Stafford keeps doing what he does, this will put him in the Hall of Fame. And I agree. He's in top 10 of almost every single major quarterback stat. He's right around there at the top 10 mark. And if he keeps on doing what he's doing, he's going to be solidifying himself into the Hall of Fame. And this defense for the Rams look really good, and they're also extremely young. The DBs, you want them to be a little bit better, but they're playing confident football. And I think that their offense is so good. And then they're going to get Puka back. They're going to have Devontae Adams. I mean, the team is just so complete. And they have, we're talking about some of the best coaches in the NFL with some of the best OCs in the NFL. So, in my opinion, I think that's such a huge X factor. And that's never, factored in enough in a lot of these teams' rankings. And that's kind of why I say that the 49ers, are up there more than the Eagles, because I really like the Eagles, but I don't think that they have the the play callers or anything that the Rams.
You don't think they have the offensive consistency that the Los Angeles Rams do right now?
Yeah.
No, not at all. Not at all.
So, okay, I'll say this. If it wasn't for I'm going to just say first off, the San Francisco 49ers, what they're doing right now with all the crazy injuries, it's crazy that they're even 5-2 right now and still happen to win these ball games. But like Josh was saying, just all the injuries, I think eventually it's going to catch up to them. And who knows how long Christian McCaffrey can sustain all of this volume. If it wasn't for that, then they'd easily be the best team in the NFC. And one more thing, 13 out of the 16 teams in the NFC have 3 wins. Compare that to the AFC. You have multiple teams. Yeah, it's really close, and there's really nobody that's separating themselves. All of these teams have had bad games where it's like, okay, they don't look like the best team in the NFC. And you just see there's clear weaknesses, but I think the ones that are going to end up coming out of the cream out of the crop is I still have to go with the Lions here. I just think they're the most seasoned team that's healthy as of right now. I think there are some struggles, and yes, the secondary, that definitely is a real problem right there. But as far as just a defense that's just good enough and their offense is top 5 in the league, I think that they're going to be the ones that, as of right now, if I had to pick somebody to get out of the NFC, I would say the Detroit Lions right now. But there's still sleepers. Again, the Seattle Seahawks, the Rams, the Niners, they're all right there. And I'm just saying, I'm throwing this out there just because I trust Kevin O'Connell so much and Brian Flores. If JJ McCarthy can be even just a good quarterback, I think the Vikings, they could really get into that mix too. So
Mm-hmm.
so it's just a whole bunch of randomness still through halfway in the season. You still don't know anybody in the NFC compared to the AFC. You already know it's going to be the Chiefs and Bills. So that's just some.
And Colts. All
Yeah,
right.
yeah.
And the Colts.
I guess the Colts as of right now. I guess.
No, I think the Colts. Me and Josh were talking about it, that they were kind of be like the Vikings were last year. That's how I feel, at least.
I can see
Like
that,
they're,
yeah.
I think that they're a little bit worse because I don't think that they have the coaching experience, in my opinion. Even if they
Mhm.
make the playoffs, I could see them maybe winning a game.
Mhm.
Just because like I think all these guys are still, so new and stuff like that. That
Mhm.
whenever the situation comes, you know.
Yeah, no. Yeah, no. I buy that for sure, but all right, any last things before we get into some games right here? All right. Well, I told you this, guys, before the pod. I'm interested to see if you guys know this. So, the first thing that's going to pop up, I'm not going to help you guys on this, or I'll give you guys a couple hints right here. So, it's going to be most game winning drives by a quarterback who is active in the NFL right now, a top 10 list. So, all right. I don't know. And also, I'm going to say this, y'all have 3 chances. Y'all have like 3 strikes.
We're talking like all time this season.
No, just
Right now,
active
active.
quarterbacks with the most game-winning drives.
Aaron Rodgers.
Rodgers.
Okay, Aaron Rodgers, yes, he's third with 36.
Flacco. He's got to be up there. He's got like what, like 19, 20?
Yes, Flacco, he's sixth with 29.
Okay.
Here,
Stafford.
let me mark this down as I'm going. Hold on, wait. Okay.
You got to go with the old guys first.
Yeah, Stafford is number 1 with 50 game-winning drives.
Holy, I didn't know that. I did not know
Yeah.
that. I thought
Number
Aaron would have been
two.
above him.
Number 2.
I don't think it's going
Just
to be
think about active
Mahomes.
quarterbacks. Wait, what'd you say?
I said I don't think it would be Mahomes, even though he might be on that list, but maybe not. You got to go with like guys that have been there. I'm trying to think of old guys.
The only one I'm thinking about is Dak Prescott for some reason, like just because he's older.
I feel like he's got to be in the list.
Are y'all submitting the answer or?
I'm down if you're down, Josh. I feel like he's got to be in it. He's been playing for what, like 10 years?
Yeah, let's submit Dak Prescott as number 2.
Maybe not number 2, but
Dak Prescott is 7th with 24 game-winning drives,
dang.
right behind Flacco. Mhm.
Number 2. Who would
Definitely,
be number 2?
definitely quarterbacks who have been longer in the league than Dak Prescott.
There is.
Now can it be like backups? Like backups with their active?
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
No.
That's why I said
That
active
widens the pool.
quarterbacks.
Like Mariota's not in there. I don't think so. You know what? Who's the
Russell Wilson.
Oh shit.
Russell Wilson is second in 40 game-winning drives.
What do you think about Jameis, huh? We think about Jameis Winston.
It's Russell
No, I'm just
Wilson.
kidding.
Russell Wilson's second.
Russell Wilson. Okay,
You
so we
guys
got
have
one.
1, 2, 3.
I was only thinking of
6,
starting
and 7.
quarterbacks at first. That's why.
Oh no,
I was only
not
thinking of-
starting.
What was it?
That's
What was
that's
it
why I
again?
said active quarterbacks.
Which ones do we
Y'all
have?
have got number 1, number 2, number 3. Y'all have got number 6 and number 7.
Let's see if we can finish. Let's
Can
see.
you
Do
say
you have
those
the top
last two?
10? Do you have the rest of the top 10?
Can you say the last two
Yeah,
again?
I have the top 10 right here. Yeah.
All right. Let's see. Let's see if we can finish the top 10.
Yeah, bro, we got to.
Are y'all gonna
got
go in
Mahomes.
complete order?
Mahomes got to be on
Who?
there.
Mahomes is on there. I feel like he does.
Mahomes is
probably-
number 9 with 23 game-winning drives. He's tied with somebody else.
You think it's Lamar or Allen?
Allen.
Yeah. Yeah, I'll go with Allen because Lamar's been hurt more.
He's tied with Josh Allen, 23.
Okay,
Okay, you
okay.
guys are
Okay.
you guys got 1, 2, 3, 6, 7, 8, 9. You guys
Jared
are
Goff's
missing
gotta
number
have some
4,
game-winning
number
drives on there.
5,
Jared Goff's been in the league a while.
and you guys just got number 10 now. Jared Goff with 21 game-winning drives. You guys are missing number 4 and number 5.
Ooh.
So I'm thinking like Jimmy G, maybe, but I don't think he played enough. I'm thinking Geno Smith, but I don't know because I don't think he played enough. I'm thinking Jacoby Brissett, but he hasn't really played enough either. Tyrod Taylor hasn't really played enough either. Like Herbert, they lose too often.
You guys are missing some big names as far as like active quarterbacks. I said active
Hurts?
quarterbacks.
Hurts isn't.
No,
Yeah.
Carson Wentz isn't.
No, Carson Wentz did not play enough.
Not
He said
not Blake Bortles. Who's the Case Keenum? Maybe Kirk
He said
Cousins.
big
What the fuck are we
names.
doing? Kirk Cousins. Kirk Cousins has got to be in.
Yeah.
Kirk Cousins is number 4
right.
with 31 game-winning drives.
Yeah.
You guys are just missing number 5.
There. Okay. Can we get conference?
F it. Tommy DeVito. Lock it in.
Can we get a conference? Can we get a conference?
Okay, I'll give you guys a hint, but that takes away one of y'all strikes.
How many strikes
Only
do we
fair,
have
right?
left?
3.
Well,
Tom,
y'all
we
have 3. Y'all,
left?
yeah, y'all have 3. So, do you want me to give you a hint?
Yeah.
Okay, so y'all have 2 left. He's in the NFC.
Not Love. We could start at the top. So not Love, not Caleb. Fucking none of the Vikings guys. Because I don't think Wentz has done it. Who else is in that shit division? Who's the last team in the North?
I don't know. You guys tell me.
Hmm.
You guys are gonna be. I think you guys should get this, but if y'all
Andy
don't,
Dalton.
you guys are gonna be pissed. Andy Dalton with number 5,
It's
29
definitely
game-winning
Andy.
drives.
Good dude. Good snipe. Holy.
I looked at the Panthers and I was like, oh wait, Andy Dalton, bro.
No, but
I was trying to think
No,
of Case Keenum. Because isn't he like the
He
Bears
didn't start
backup?
that much though.
No,
He didn't
Yeah,
Case
start
that was
Keenum
my
wasn't.
thing.
Yeah, no, he wasn't. Well, all right, you guys aced that one. You guys aced that one. But all right, this is where I'm gonna help out now. This is gonna be guess the team. I know your audio guys won't be able to see this, but as far as the people on Spotify, you guys will be able to see this. As far as guessing the team, this is a offense right here. Let me see whenever it shares my screen.
Is that their
Just for, like,
ages or
Madden
draft
overall?
picks?
No,
Dude,
this is
it's
draft
208. What do you
picks.
mean?
No,
Bro,
this is
that's
draft.
the Raiders.
This is draft picks.
It's the Raiders.
No,
This is
it's
draft
not.
picks.
It's the Raiders.
13th.
No,
Yeah, it is
no
the Raiders.
way. No way, dude. Sniped this right
13th
away.
at tight end.
It's the Raiders. Geno was drafted in the first
is
in
the
the
last
second
one.
round.
Yep.
In the second round.
Yeah,
All right.
in the second round. Yeah.
Too easy,
He
bro.
sniped that
Too
one
easy.
really quick. We'll play a couple more.
This is a defense.
one
Oh, this is
is
defense.
a defense, right? Defense as far as college drafted. These damn
Oh,
Ooh, this one's a little
shit.
tougher.
This one is definitely a lot tougher. Okay. Cornerback from Miami.
Holy, bro.
Cornerback from Miami.
Dude,
This one's a
I
tougher
literally
one.
can't think
Ooh.
of one. Utah cornerback?
N-
I can't think of it, bro. Mississippi
No, we
DN?
got to lock in. Trust. We have 4 guesses. We have 4 guesses on this one. We have
Where
time.
did
A Vanderbilt edge rusher.
Watts? What's his
Vanderbilt edge
name?
rusher.
Watts, safety. No, he went to Notre Dame.
Yeah. Miami cornerback. I feel like I would know that. I guess
Yeah, bro,
not.
come on.
Penn State safety. And then Clemson. Oh wait, this is the Giants. No, that's not the Giants. No.
No.
I'm tripping.
Nah,
I was
because
thinking
Abdul
Clemson.
Carter's not on there.
Yeah, I was thinking Clemson defensive tackle. He's their first. He's DT1.
Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. Is this the Saints?
It's the Saints,
No,
bro.
It's the fucking Saints. Wait, no, it's not because it would be Bama for Kool-Aid, no?
yeah, no,
Did
it
you
was wrong.
guess
It wasn't
Saints?
the Saints. It wasn't the Saints. Yeah.
You just thought about Brian Brzee from Clemson, huh? And you're like,
I did.
yeah.
I did.
Wait, this is the Chicago Bears. Yep, it's the Chicago Bears. Cause
the fuck?
it was Mississippi State, Montez Sweat, and then
I
Jalen
keep on
Johnson.
thinking him. I keep on thinking Sweat is still a commie.
I don't know how that just clicked into my head right there. And then Javon Dexter. Okay,
Dude, holy.
well, we're kind of zooming through these right here. Okay, this one is pretty easy
Iowa
right
running
here.
back.
I think we
Is
should
that
get
Iowa
this.
running back?
Okay,
Illinois.
I know this one.
Oh, this
I know
one's
this
so
one
easy.
right here.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I know this one. I know this one
Yeah.
because of the Princeton receiver.
Yeah, there's no
Nobody
other
else.
no other Princeton receiver. That's easily the Cincinnati Bengals right there.
Yeah.
All right. We'll play one more before we get to our so-called MVPs. Hopefully this one okay. Okay, this one's a little bit tougher. This is draft picks if it lets me slide up. This is draft picks. A 6th overall quarterback, 22nd overall drafted running back, 21st overall wide receiver 3. Then wide receiver 1 is drafted 34th. Left tackle is drafted 5th overall. Undrafted right tackle.
It's the
That's
Chargers.
throwing me off. It's the Chargers.
Yeah, it is.
Amari
Quentin
Hampton.
Johnson,
Yeah.
Vlad.
Okay.
I can't
Sure
believe they
is.
put.
Wow.
I guess
Well,
Quentin
that was.
Johnson.
Yeah. That was pretty easy right there. Do you guys want to call it or play one more?
One
I'm
more.
game
Let's
for
do one
whatever,
more.
Yeah.
One more. These dang ads.
Bro, get an ad blocker.
Nah, I don't want to be kicked out of the pod every
Yeah,
time
right.
like you. Okay.
Oh, this one's
Oh,
easy.
Oh my
This one's
gosh, bro.
so easy.
Seahawks, bro. Freaking
No, it's
Seahawks.
not.
Are you stupid? Are you
It's a-
trolling me right now?
It's
I'm
the
giving you a hard
Seahawks.
time. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Literally, Torrey Horton, freaking Jackson Smith and Jigba, Kenneth Walker.
Well, that was pretty easy right there. But all right.
Just
Well,
a couple ball knowers like us.
Couple ball knowers. It should be like a random. We should do.
It's
like
crazy how we have
a-
like the 11th ranked guy on this podcast, and he's doing our 11th ranked guy in the friend group.
yeah,
Doing pretty good
Josh
on this.
gave rankings for ball knowers.
It's because I don't watch any other sports than
But
football.
all right,
So unless you count F1 and UFC,
it's part of the criteria.
I don't watch basketball. I'm sorry. I grew up
It's
thinking
part
it
of-
was a
it's part of the
recreational
criteria.
sport.
Drop them down one more time. But all right, before we get out of here, so-called MVPs, a guy that stood out for us throughout the week. Josh, you'll go first. Who's your so-called MVP of the week?
Yeah, I don't have a one yet, so y'all go first.
Okay, Brecken, who's your so-called MVP of the week?
I kind of want to go with Schmitty just to piss y'all off, but he did go absolutely insane. But I don't know if you guys have noticed. I like to go with like a defensive guy or like a a guy that's kind of slept on.
Mm-hmm.
This week, was there any guys that really stood out for me?
You know
Dude,
what? I got mine. I'm gonna go with DeAndre Swift. I feel like DeAndre Swift doesn't get a lot of love in this league. He gets hated on a lot. And you know what, bro? He had a big day in this one. So I'm gonna go with DeAndre Swift as my so-called MVP of the week for the Chicago Bears.
Mm-hmm.
To be honest, I really didn't think of that, if I'm being completely honest. But hey, it works.
I will say for Swift, his biggest flaw, he's always been such a
Geno
good
Smith,
athlete.
so-called MVP of the week. Geno Smith.
My God.
What a hater.
I was thinking of Sean
what a hater.
Payton. I was thinking of saying Sean Payton, but I was like, no, I shouldn't do a coach.
Pete Carroll.
No, you could do a coach.
All right, then I'm
DeAndre
doing Sean
Swift.
Payton.
It's yours. DeAndre Swift, Sean Payton. All right.
I'm doing Sean Payton for my so-called, but Smitty, shout out.
I'm going to say for my so-called MVP, give it to Joe Flacco. Unk still got it. 31 for 47, 342 yards, and 3 tutters versus Steelers defense on a short week. Just shout out to the real old man himself in the league. All right, guys. Any last words before we get out of here?
Good night.
God bless, brother.
Yes, sir. Good night indeed. But all right. You guys see us soon whenever I beat Josh once again in predictions. Comeback is coming soon, Josh. That's all I'm saying. But before we get out of here, find us on Twitch, Discord, TikTok, Instagram, and YouTube under TSCSA or the so-called sports analyst. Whether you listen to this live or another day, we appreciate it. Make sure you share this to anybody that likes sports. We'll see you guys soon. Take care.